Good Friday to you all. Now, I wasn't going to put out a video today because, quite honestly, I didn't know what to talk about. But then, cat behind me. But then, it happened. The idea came. And what had happened was I was flipping through YouTube, and I happened to come across this song from the 90s that I really, really liked. And it dawned on me at that time how many people have listened to this song and have no idea that it's a song about being murdered. That it's a song about a guy who's overly obsessed with a girl, he murders her, and he keeps her body down by a certain place. And then I started thinking, wow, there's a lot of songs that a lot of people just don't understand. And two of them popped in my head. And the first one is a band called the Toadies, and they have a song called The Possum King. And this is the song. The real story behind the song is about a guy who's obsessed with a girl. He ends up killing her down by some boathouse, and he leaves her body there so he can come back and visit her. Go through the lyrics of the song. I'll be the gentleman tonight down by the boathouse. You'll be my lover forever. I mean, it's kind of a sick song, but there's some sick people in this world, and it's actually taken from a true story, which is really unusual. Or not unusual, but kind of weird how people can do that, how they'll make songs out of horrible situations, and people will sit there and go, oh, it's got a great beat, I love it, I'll give it a 98, And it just showed how old I was. If you got that reference, I'll give it a 98, But the other song that comes to my mind, which is both of these are great songs. They're absolutely wonderful songs. The other one that comes to my mind is a band called Fastball, and they had a song out called The Way. Now, you listen to the song, and it sounds all poppy, and this is a cool song, whatnot. The lyrics are, they got up, and they started packing. They left before the sun came up that day. How's it go again? When the car died, they just started walking. How could they go without ever knowing the way? And it just goes on, and it's got all these hints in it, but a lot of people don't realize that is a song that is about an elderly couple who were on their way out of Texas to go see, let me, if I remember correctly, they were going to see some sort of a tournament, and they wanted to go. She had onset of Alzheimer's disease, and he was extremely ill, and they left on a Saturday, I think it was, to go. And they went before sunrise, which is the title, which is the one lyric in the song. They left before the sun rose that day, never to be seen again. It was Fastball's only hit in the United States. And another real quick tidbit about that song is that song was nominated for some sort of an award, a music award, a Grammy, or whatever. But the funny part about it was the lead singer, Tony Sulvikian or something like that. I can't remember his last name, but I know his first name is Tony. I always thought it was Tony Longo for some reason, but it's Tony somebody or other. Big trucks. And he tells a great story about how excited he was that his record company calls him up and they say, hey, you know what, man, this song, The Way, has been nominated. And he's like, wow, that's cool, And they said, well, make sure you get to this award ceremony at this time. We have a seat for you. Well, on the way to the awards, he had car problems. So he had to wait for a ride. He got there a little too late. And as he went to go get in the building, he came in through the artist entrance, and one of the security guards stopped him, and they said, who are you? And he said, I'm Tony Scolavandi or whatever. I'm with the band The Way. We have a hit out right now, and I'm up for a nomination. And the story goes on. He tells that the security guard looked at me and goes, yeah, sure, right. Main entrance, go around. So he had to walk around, stand in that long line, fight his way to the front of the crowd, and he says, I'm telling everybody as I'm doing all this that who I am, and he says, I'm thinking I'm Mr. Rock and Roll Star, and I'm just going to get pushed right into the front of the line. He said, and everybody just kept looking at him going, sure, dude, sure you are. Mm-hmm. But that's one thing I'm really good at is music trivia. You really can't stump me on too much music trivia. Okay, I'll take that back. You can stump me on rap because, well, rap is crap music in my opinion. I don't really listen to it, so therefore I don't care. But most rock and roll, blues, R&B, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, with the exception of shit like Justin Bieber and Britney Spears, it's really hard to stump me on music. It's just one of those things that's always appealed to me. You see the strangest things when you sit in your carport in Florida. Strangest people go by. But music has always been one of those things that's appealed to me in a great deal. I've always been, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but I've always been on the musically inclined side. I play guitar poorly, but I still play. I can play a little bit of drums. I'm currently trying to teach myself how to play keyboard. My daughter has one. She's in college. It just sits there, so I figure I might as well try to get something out of it. I've learned chords and stuff on it. I also play harmonica, that is my number one go-to instrument is the harmonica. But as I was sitting there today, I was going through YouTube and I was listening, and that song popped up, and I thought, wow, that's really something. And I thought, how many people don't really know that these two songs, especially, I mean, there's more than just these two, but how many people don't know that these two songs are actually based about tragic events, horrifying events. Fastball's the Way, when they found these old people in this car, they had been expired for, I think it was 2 weeks. And you're talking about a 70 and an 80-year-old individuals, and they weren't in the best of shape, So, and it's funny how really sometimes really good music can come out of tragedies, and a couple more of them are out there, I'm sure, but I just for some reason fixated on the Toadies, Possum King, or is it Possum Kingdom? It's Possum King or Possum Kingdom. And Fastball's The Way. I mean, go listen to those songs and keep in mind what I just told you about them. And you will be surprised how the songs take on a completely different feel after you hear about them. And, if you want to, Google the lyrics so you can follow along. And keep in mind as you're reading along that these are tragedies that people turned into rock and roll hits. Some people just can find inspiration in the strangest things, I guess. But that's a little bit of rock and roll knowledge for everybody today. Like I said, I had no other ideas for any kind of a video. I've been stumped. I've been befuddled, bewildered, just unable to come up with any ideas. And so I thought, when I heard that song, I thought, wow, I bet you not a lot of people know the truth behind the meaning of those songs. I mean, I'm sure if I went out there and I Googled, I could find a whole bunch more. I know some more, but I'm not going to get into them right now because I'm already pushing 9 minutes. I don't like to make my videos any longer than 10 minutes, 15 at the longest. So with that being said, I am going to cut this one off because traffic is getting busy out here, and it is hot like you would not believe in Florida today. We're only at 89 degrees, but it feels like it's a 97, I think they said, 97. I mean, I got both of my air conditioners cranking on high. I got the ceiling fans on. It's comfortable in the house. It's still about 75, but it's hot, man. It is hot out here. It is just, I've been down here for about a year and a few months now, and this is perhaps the hottest I can remember it of the short time that I've been down here. This is probably one of the hot ones. And I had an old timer tell me that after a hurricane comes close to the coast, that it upsets the atmosphere somehow, and he said it can either go really, really hot the next 4, 5, 6 days, or it can go really, well, not cold, because it doesn't get cold down here. I mean, the coldest I've seen it was 40 degrees, and when you're used to it being upper 90s, 40 degrees feels like it's 35 below zero. And when you're working outside and you're used to the hot weather, and all of a sudden it's cold, But that's what I was told. Be it true, be it not, I don't know the real facts. If you do, put it in the comments. Let me know. Also, my PayPal information is down in the description. If you feel like making a donation to the channel, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. All money received goes directly back into this channel via software, equipment, and whatnot. Everything that I'm using right now is from, except for the phone, is from donations. I got my microphone, I got my stand, I got, all that, remote for the phone, all through donations. And to all those people, thank you. And a special thank you to my really good fan, Darlene Wells. You are a sweetheart. You are unbelievable. I can't believe you. I got your letter. I'm sure I've said this before. I will be giving you one, writing you one back. I could text you something, and that just has no feel to it. You took the time to send me a handwritten letter. You're going to get one right back. So I still have all of the information where you're at, so you don't have to worry about giving me that. But with that being said, that's it for the day. Not the best video in the world. Not the worst video in my collection. I've got some out there that are real stinkers. But I just want to continue putting videos out because I want to build up those watch hours. And if you're a creator, content creator, you understand that statement right there in itself. I'm going back in, get myself something good to drink, and we'll talk to you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. I am out of here. Thank you again for watching. Please subscribe. Same thing. Please hit the Please hit the subscription button. Hit the like button if that's all you care to do right now. And like I said, PayPal's in the description if you care to make a donation. And if you do, thank you ahead of time. Appreciate it. Have the great rest of your weekend. And I think tomorrow I'm going to do a video from Fred Howard Park in Tarpon Springs, Florida. I've done one before, but I'm going to do another one because it's a beautiful area, and one video just doesn't do it any justice. Until then, we will see you. Bye.